Hi, I'm Joe Welinske, and I'm the program manager for what will be the second annual Technical Communication Conference taking place at the University of Washington in Tacoma, and that's going to take place September 7th and 8th, and I get a chance to talk with our many presenters, and today I am talking with Tami Fosmark. Hello, Tami. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe.
So where are you speaking to us from today?
From lovely Issaquah, Washington.
Well, I'm in my home office in Seattle, so thanks for taking some time. And I thought a good place to start would be for you to, well, I've known you for quite a long time. I thought maybe we could start with just you talking a little bit about your background and the types of things that you're involved with.
Yeah, that sounds good. So my background's in technical writing. I worked for many, many years as a tech writer and got into management. I spent about 18 years at Microsoft. And for the last couple of years, I've been working on the vendor side of things, also with Microsoft. And now I'm currently working as an account manager / project manager.
And so what is a day in the life like for Tami nowadays?
Every day is a little bit different, but I have 5 or 6 projects that I manage, and that involves checking in with the folks working on the project, making sure that they don't have any blocking issues, um, making sure the schedules are covered, when they have questions about benefits, that kind of thing. But mostly my time is on the project side of things, so making sure that deadlines are well understood, that everybody's got the same information, that the clients are happy with the work that we're doing. So it's a lot of communication that's happening.
Well, are there any things going on in your work life or otherwise that you're particularly interested in, or have your imagination? Any new things you're working on?
I'm glad you asked. There's something going on in one of my projects that's starting to have a little bit of a ripple effect. Um, in our work and also across Microsoft, and that is teams are moving more and more to GitHub as their content management system. And I've got a team that's working really deeply in GitHub, and next week we're going to be doing some training to help us build on our skills there. But it's been interesting to get really deep in that technology and start to help other folks who are starting to adopt GitHub as their CMS, because it's a very different way to work. And it does seem to be used more and more, not just at Microsoft, but by other companies like Amazon. And we're starting to see this as kind of a new trend in the content management space. So.
Yeah, I have heard people talking about that more and more, working into their work situations. But what are some of the reasons? Well, you could talk about your organization, I guess, but like what are the benefits of getting to it, and are there any certain challenges related to it?
There are some challenges, and with the changes at Microsoft, their MSDN TechNet platform's going away, and they're building a new platform that's dependent on GitHub. So it's becoming more and more essential for the folks working at Microsoft to learn this tool and to be comfortable with it. And the thing that I see that authors and editors struggling with is, unlike previous CMSs, there's no concept of checking out a file to work on it, and there's no sense of that file being locked while you're working on it, because GitHub is by nature a collaborative tool, and so it's designed for multiple people to work on something at the same time. And in doing so, that creates some interesting things when people do work on the same content at the same time. So it's a different thing to wrap your head around. But it's also really kind of freeing in terms of, the sense of agility that teams can get with a tool like this. That they can get content out there more quickly, and it's a different way to think for some of these teams in recognizing that they can do that and then if there are issues that they find later, to quickly fix them.
Well, the topic definitely sounds like something that could work for a conference topic in and of itself. But the session title that you have is for the conference is How to Be a Great Vendor. So maybe you could explain what you mean by a vendor and how you came around to the idea of doing this talk.
Yeah, so with the changes that we're seeing in the industry, and like I said, I work with Microsoft as my client, and things have really changed over the last few years, where we're seeing fewer editors on site as FTEs. Some of the writing positions have changed, so we're seeing a lot more people working as vendors and in an outsourced capacity. So just thinking about how that works, how you can be effective, and how you can, think about your career differently in that kind of situation. And certainly there are plenty of other places. I mean, Amazon, we have a number of outsource vendor roles with them, and other companies in the area. So, whether you're starting out or whether you've been around for a long time and you're thinking about making a change, or, maybe you're new to the area and you want to get a sense for different companies in the area, their different cultures, what kind of things that would be a good fit for you. There's a lot of different reasons to work as a vendor. But it can be a little bit different from working as a full-time employee. So that's what I'm excited to talk to folks about.
Well, that'll be part of the management and careers interests area that we have for the conference. So thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with me about what you're doing and your topic, and I'll see you at the conference in just a couple of months.
That sounds great, Joe. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.